Hey butterflies, and welcome back to Evolving Butterfly with me, Moe Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose. I want to thank you all for tuning in to another video. So we are back with another ancestor reading for the late Aaron Carter. I do want to send up my condolences for his family with his loss. As we know, we just lost Takeoff as well, in which I just did an ancestor reading for that video as well, if you'd like to check that out after this video. But the purpose of this video is to get a little bit like more just clarity. As we know, tarot is used for entertainment purposes, okay? But to get more clarity and allow our intuition to work, to just kind of see what was really going on and around, right? And as soon as I heard it, like, I kept going back and forth between Aaron and Nick, Aaron and Nick, Aaron and Nick. And Spirit was just like, a lot of this, of what happened started when he was younger. He lived through a lot of comparisons to his brother. He always felt like he had to live up to his brother's, like how good his brother was, what his brother did. He always felt like he had to be better than his brother, okay? They would be confused sometimes. You know, some people would confuse Nick and Aaron, you know what I'm saying? And so he felt like he lived in his brother's shadows in a lot of ways, and that messed with his mental health in a lot, like as well as his, he had insecurities, you know, from a young age, which made him take on a different persona. Yeah, with this magician and the Five of Wands energy, he took on a different persona to try to become like somewhat of this bad boy, I guess you could say. It makes me think about how children, they sometimes act out to get attention. Like whatever is going to get them attention, they're going to do that shit. There are some children who do that, okay? And so that's why you got to watch out for what it is that you give attention to, okay? And oftentimes society gives attention to the bad boy or the bad girl, right? And so if that's what's getting attention, that's a persona that a person can take on. And I feel like in him taking on that persona, he also took on some of the lifestyle habits that came along with some of those personas. Let's get some more cards out. I'm going to channel a couple songs too. I want to see what's coming out. Yeah, you got the Queen of Disc in reverse and the Ace of Disc in reverse. He was not good with money. He had financial issues. He spent his money on a lot of shit that was not needing, okay? Then you got Booking the System that's coming out. He had some tax issues that were going on as well. What they like to say, evading taxes is what it's called. A lot was going on around him. The way he was spending his finances and things of that nature. He definitely was going through a bout of depression, but that was well known. I feel like a lot of people around him knew that he was going through depression. He had some type of like high that he went through that told him that if he like would go in the water that he would be reborn. So like he was high, and it's giving me baptism vibes. So he had a voice in his head that was telling him that he would be reborn again. Shit. And this was as he was so zoned out that he was just, you know, going through. Whew. Yeah, we got intuition coming out in reverse. He was compromised in some way, okay? Teaching and learning was coming out in reverse. He was not learning from his mistakes and things that was going on around him, okay? And then you got effort that was coming up. He was putting effort into things and spirituality in some way. But honestly, I feel like spirituality, I feel like his demons were getting in the way in some way. It makes me think about, I was just watching the movie on Netflix called Wendell and something. But it talks about this girl who like summoned her demons, but she was meant to be like in control over, you know what I'm saying? He has some demons that were very strong communicators. They knew what to say. to get someone to feel a type of way. 4:44 on the recording time as I say that. Something that dealt with his foundation as well, with his home was going on, in the process of some type of like foreclosure or some type of home issues. You have balance, spirituality, and practicality. That keeps coming out as well. And then it's time to take action, new moon in Aries, but it's in the reverse. He needed to slow down, but he kept going, okay? He was in overdrive, like that spirituality side of him, like he was so zooted that he connected on a whole nother level spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Like to the point where he was missing a piece of something there, you know what I'm saying? Like, so for example, like I said, he was so zooted that like when he fell asleep, while he was asleep, his brain was telling him that he was about to be reborn again type shit, okay? While he was, you know what I want to say. That's what was going on, like heavily in that moment. And a lot of this is coming from the usages of something. We're just going to say something. I'm not going to pull for what it is. I don't want to know what it is, okay? You got Virgo, Aquarius energy coming out. Was it a relationship or something? Some type of restraint? What is this restraint? Someone wanted to fight for something or stand away from something. Yeah, someone lied about something. This sounds like a relationship, okay? Because you got to make sacrifices, but it's coming up in reverse. Someone wanted him to give up something to show that he loved them. Yeah, shedding the old and wait for me, please. He wanted an ex or someone to wait for him. And somebody moved on. Now I want to know who the hell was his ex. Hold on. Who was his ex? It just gives me the vibe of like him going through some type of heartbreak. Yes. Oh my gosh. He just split from his fiance in February. He was coping. He was trying to cope through some shit, okay? With some shedding the old, and he needed to shed some shit. Like it was something about him that she said, you need to get some shit together. You know what I'm saying? And he got started out lies. So he lied about something and the truth was found out. And it was hard for him to figure that shit out. Like it was hard for him to accept or take it, you know? I know he's like, what, a Sagittarius, I think. What's her birthday? She's a Gemini, and they have a son. Yeah, y'all, this was definitely a lot that had to do with heartbreak. He became somewhat of like a villain in his own story, or just like a victim in his own story. He got best friend. He felt like, you know, someone was like his best friend and he fucked up, like he fucked over his best friend in some type of way, okay? I don't know why a house keeps coming up. Whether if it's like a bill to a house or something, okay? Whew, Aaron, shit. I didn't know if I should do this live or record it, and Spirit was just like, record it. So I was like, I'm gonna record it. You got the 6 of Coins with the Ace of Knives and then the 8 of Baskets. Oh my gosh, yeah, he was kicked out. Like he was banned from out of some type of space. He may have had some type of a gambling issue or problem with money. And Ace of Knives, something with speaking or talking. I don't know why I'm getting the vibe of like bar fights or something. Like he had a sharp tongue when he got angry or upset, or he knew how to talk in situations. He knew how to smooth talk in situations. You know, he typically got lucky and got whatever the fuck that he wanted. You know what I'm saying? You got the 5 of Sticks that's coming out in the reverse. Again, we already had the 5 of Wands that came out earlier, okay? But this came out in reverse. So this gives me the vibe of someone who talks a lot of shit but can't really back it up, or they want to do something to back it up but they can't. So he was really powerless. So he was kind of like all talk, no bite type shit, but he was the one who got caught up in shit. You got the 3 of Coins with the Garden that's coming out with the World card and the 3 of Coins. Yeah, the money shit started to catch up to him, and he realized that it was hard for him to keep up with a lot of the trends and shit that was going on too. So he had to try to keep himself balanced in whatever way that he can keep himself balanced, and that was very difficult for him. Girl, I know nobody know where every curve at. Are we gonna do another spread? Let me think on that real quick, y'all. All right, we're about to do another spread for him, okay? I'm gonna burn some sage first. He was going through a process where a lot of childhood memories were coming back up. A lot of repressed memories and things that he didn't really talk about were starting to come up, and it was becoming a lot to deal with, honestly. Like, he was having a hard time sleeping at night, and in him having a hard time sleeping at night, he had to, you know, up the different substances to, you know what I'm saying, go to sleep. And so each time he had to add a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't on purpose. Like, what happened was not on purpose. It's just that that's how it happened, you know what I'm saying? But he do believe that he's going to be reborn. That is a thought, that he is going to be reborn and he's going to be back on this earth again. In another perspective, in some way, he feels like he's going to be his ex's next child. Yeah. That's exactly what he feels. That's exactly what he feels. That's some different shit. I ain't never heard that before. Arrow type shit you on. Y'all, third deck, 5 of Batons coming out again, okay? This time with the 2 of Swords and the King of Cups. Some business dealings, it was some issues, and he was too emotional. He made some emotional moves. He made some emotional decisions that were not good for him, okay? And, like, I just feel like he was in, like, a very embarrassed type of state. Like, he was embarrassed about his life, honestly. About how things was going. How things were happening. Take it as it resonates. I want to go deeper into this 5 of Batons. Like, what the hell is this? You got jealous ex. He was very jealous of his ex. Like, he had a somewhat of an obsession over his ex. Like, chosen one. Like, he felt like he had a very a restraining order. Didn't I say something about a restraining order earlier and it was just 3:33 on the time? This meant like it was some type of obsessive shit going on. Feeling stuck in situations about decisions that he made that when he was conscious and shit. He was getting high as fuck. Oh my gosh. He never would have expected them not be doing stuff and wanting things to be on, you know what I'm saying, on her time. Oh my gosh, like, he was going through some shit. He was going through some shit, y'all. He was going through some shit. Somebody had a restraining order, whether if it was him, you know what I'm saying, his ex against him, or like him having one against the fan or something. But I feel like he had a little bit of obsessive feelings towards his ex. I ain't gonna lie, that's what it felt like. I don't want to pull from that one. Take time to breathe out. A disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. Take time to breathe out. It's like needing a break. It's like he had obsessive personality characteristics sometimes. Like when it was something that he liked or like it made him feel good or something of that nature, like he put a lot of shit into that shit to get it. Like, and he would keep doing it to keep getting it. Like, very obsessive. I'm not about to diagnose anyone with anything, but I feel like either someone has told him that he should probably go to the doctors and get checked out for some stuff, or he already did. Ace of Discs coming out. Something dealing with money. He wanted to do a new money venture or some type of like business he wanted to start off. Yeah, Six of Discs in reverse, but the problem is that he couldn't really find the right investors or something, or like the right people to buy into what he wanted to do. Yeah, King of Cups in reverse. People didn't really trust that he was going to stick through what he wanted to do. People feel like he just never really truly found himself or like learned how to live and who he was because he didn't know who he was. Like people around him were worried about him for a while. But it's like, why no one really... why didn't they do anything to really make sure that he was good, you know? Like, when I sit and think of that, it's like, we're in the same age, you know? We're the same age. I grew up seeing him on TV, seeing his brother on TV, you know? And it's so weird every time either I lose someone or I see someone else, you know what I'm saying, die at a young age. And it's, you know, sometimes to things that, you know, potentially could have been avoided if never tried, you know. But it's like you never know what someone is going through. We have to always remember that. You never know what someone is going through. This man has gone through insecurity issues since he was a child. Severe insecurity issues. Prayers to the family. If you all have questions or if you have any thoughts or if you have anything that you want for me to do in a future reading, let me know down below in the comments. And as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do, period. Condolences to his family, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Since I was a little girl, I'd sit in the kitchen with my grandma as she mixed together different herbs and spices from her garden to help either me or someone else with some kind of ailment. I was always in such amazement to see how quick it worked. Fast forward to now, I stopped taking medication over 5 years ago and committed to a clean, healthier lifestyle that I'm ready to introduce others to. Are you ready to check your energy and heal from the inside out? Energy Tea is an organic herbal tea company that is dedicated to balancing and healing the divine feminine and masculine spiritual, physical, and intimate health through all natural tea products. With our teas, you can guarantee a boost in health and confidence. We have teas that help increase intuition, mood stabilizers, masculine sexual health and energy, your fertility, daily immune system boosters, female menstruation, pH balancing, pain relief, detox, and bedtime tea, to name a few of the benefits. We also create custom blends for customers as well. So, are you ready to check your energy? If so, visit www.energytea.com.